विभूषितकरान् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरातरुणभिं भूफलादरोष्ठात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखा तरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि त्वमहं न जाने। मूकं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णुः मङ्गलं गरुत्तध्वजः मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्षो मङ्गलायतनो हरि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। गजाननं भूत गणातिसेवितं कपित्तजम्बू फलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोक विनाशकायकम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारम् करुणावतारम्। ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय। मृत्यु गमय ॐ शान्तिः 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 त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्यात् द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतिर्स्वभावा करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि नारायणायेति समर्पयामि नारायणायेति समर्पयामि ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः ष्टुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ करचरणकृतं वाक् कायचं कर्मचं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधं विहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्वं जय जय करुणाब्धे श्रीमहादेव शम्भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो श्रीमहादेव शम्भो ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः Krishna Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hari Mukunda Murari Panduranga 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 Hari Panduranga 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 Hari Rama Krishna Hari Mukunda Murari Rama Krishna Hari Mukunda Murari Panduranga 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 Hari Panduranga 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 Hari Panduranga 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 Hari. Boliye Shri Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai.
Welcome back to our satsang. But these days, now that we are in not lockdown, not shut down, but rather a return to an inner cave within ourselves as well as in the surroundings around us, where we are no longer gathering together, where we're no longer having any public events, where just our core team of sevaks here at Parmarth are here with our Divine Mother Ganga, and with Puja Swamiji's presence and blessings. But so for our satsang, now the community, because the word satsang literally means in the presence of truth. Sat is truth, and sang is the presence of, the association of. But usually, when we speak about a sangha, it's a community. So now, even though we do it live every night, nonetheless, the community usually feels more like the garden full of people here, or the room full of people here if it's raining and we're inside. And now the community is you. So as our global family and global community is sitting with and experiencing so much unknown, so much anxiety in so many ways. I'm getting so many messages and emails throughout the day about how to deal with anxiety. Not the generalized sort, but the very specific sort at the moment. How to deal with stress at the moment. Let's take a few minutes and begin with a few minutes of meditating together. Even though physically our bodies are not together. Our hearts are together. And the energy of our attention and our intention is together. So let us close our eyes. And of course, if you're somewhere where it's not safe to close your eyes, don't. But assuming that you're sitting in your home, allow your eyes to close gently. And now reach out energetically and pull in all of your organs of sensation. Normally, our senses are focused outward. What we see, what we hear, what we feel, what we taste, what we smell. And meditation is not about dulling the senses, but we pull them inward. So allow yourself with full intention to pull those senses inward. Take a moment and really notice, without any judgment, without analysis, just notice what it feels like right here, right now, in this breath, to be you. Don't analyze. Don't judge. Just notice. Notice the experience in this breath to be you. And now draw the awareness to that breath. Don't try to change it. Simply allow the awareness to merge with your breath as it flows in and flows out. As you exhale, let go. Let go of the attachments of the mind, the attachments of how we thought this week might be. Attachments and expectations that we had for ourselves, our families, our job, our world. Just breathe it out. all those expectations. As you exhale, let them go. Offer them back into Mother Earth, the Mother of creation. Breathe it out. Let go of all of the roles that you play, all of the masks that you wear. Breathe them out. And on each exhalation, as you exhale, allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into a spaciousness within the self, into an ever-expanding, infinite spaciousness. Exhale into it. Let go of the responsibilities. Let go of the fear, the thought patterns of anxiety. As you exhale, breathe them all out as an offering into Mother Earth. As you exhale, let them go. And allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper, freer and freer, into the infinite spaciousness, into the source of light, of love, of peace. Drop into that source within you. Feel that source expanding. Feel yourself merging, melting into the infinite source within. Of love, of peace. Of light. Feel it within the self. Bring your hands together slowly at chest level. Rub the hands gently against each other. Normally we would place them over our eyes, but as we're not touching our faces these days, take those hands full of the energy. Just rub it on your body. Feel yourself rubbing that beautiful, sacred energy into your body. So tonight, do we have a question right off the bat, or should we start with one of the... So we'll start with one of our questions that came in advance. What can we do to feel secure? So there's two ways to become secure. One way is to literally manage to do everything in the world to take care of yourself, to absolutely create a situation where there are no threats, no possibility of loss or harm, of failure, to absolutely take such perfect control that you have nothing to worry about. Now, of course, the dilemma with that option is we can't do it because we don't have control over things in the world around us. The only thing we have control over is ourselves. So, for example, I have no control over whether the roof of this beautiful hut I'm sitting in stays there or collapses on my head. We pray it doesn't collapse, but I don't actually have any control over it. And so for me to feel secure, either I have to be the one who constructs it, who builds it, and know that I've got 100% faith in the infallibility, the perfection of my construction, or option number 2 is we have faith in the universe. We have faith in the energy that is running this universe. We have faith in the intelligence of the universe, the sacred intelligence of the universe. There's a beautiful story of a king who was a very good king, and he did so much for his subjects. One day a holy man came to the kingdom, and the king was taking him on a tour, showing him, here's where I built the schools for the children, and here's where I built hospitals for the sick, and here's where I built homes for the people. Showing him all the things he had done to take care of the subjects. The holy man just nodded. And they come to a stream. And the holy man bends down and he picks up a rock. And he hands it to the king and he says, tell your men, open this rock, break this rock. So the king was surprised. It was a strange instruction. But he said, okay. So he gives the rock to his soldiers who break it. And when they break the rock, it opens. And inside the rock, there's this pool of water, a nutrient-rich pool of water, and a little frog living in it. And the holy man holds it out to the king and he says, did you create this for the frog also? And I love that story because we think it's about us. We think that we're going to be able to do everything, manifest everything, secure everything. If I just work hard enough, just do things enough, I will be able to keep myself secure. I will be able to prevent loss, failure, falling roofs. But the truth is, we're actually being held and carried in the arms of the divine. And the only way to really feel secure is to have faith in the one who's holding you, like children do in their mother's arms. To have that experience in life, that we are being literally carried in the arms of the divine. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that we become complacent and we sit on our couch and eat potato chips and just wait for the universe to take care of us. It doesn't mean that we throw away common sense. It doesn't mean that we don't do everything that we need to do to take care of ourselves. This is when we speak about co-creation. We are co-creating our existence with a sacred and intelligent and divine universe. We have to do our part. We step up to the plate with attention, with intention, with clarity, with purpose, with sincerity, with dedication, with tenacity, with integrity, with honesty, with all of these essential virtues that are really the virtues of spiritual people. By any religion, it doesn't matter, any culture, it doesn't matter. But these are the characteristics of people living dharmic lives, spiritual lives, grounded, anchored, awake lives. So that's our responsibility. But the truth is, as anyone who's ever suffered from mild to severe anxiety knows, it's not enough. Because you can do all that, and I still have no idea if that roof's going to fall on my head. And the only way to actually feel secure as we move through the world, that an earthquake isn't going to swallow us up, that the roof isn't going to fall, that the rivers aren't going to rise and sweep us all away, is to have faith in the divine presence, to realize I'm being carried. I'm in the arms of the mother. And that security, that's the only way to have the ultimate security. It's just to know I'm in the arms of the divine. And especially at this time. This time is such a crucial and really beautiful opportunity with regard to security, to really co-create an external sense and an internal sense. So we have to do everything. We have to wash our hands very well all the time, use our sanitizer, stay inside, don't go out, don't socialize. Take all the precautions. But as most of you know, it's not enough. It's not enough to prevent the sleepless nights of anxiety. It's not enough to keep our hearts from beating really fast. It's not enough, especially if you're watching news or something online all the time as the numbers keep rising. You can wash your hands 24 hours a day and your heart's going to still beat really fast. And that's where the element of faith is so crucial. Where the element of realizing we're being carried. We're being carried in the arms of the mother. And in the same way that children can literally fall asleep in the mother's arms, regardless of what's going on around them. After we've done everything that we can possibly do, everything we're told to do and more, to protect ourselves, to protect our families, to protect our communities, to protect our world. After that, that's the time to just exhale into the arms of the mother and allow ourselves to be carried, to be held, and to be lulled to sleep. When it's time to sleep at night, and to be rocked into a state of peace and calmness and serenity when it's time to be awake.
We have a question from Angelina Lopez, who asks, is a dream an expectation?
Our dreams, and she's not speaking, I don't think, about that which happens while we're sleeping, but the dreams that we have, the dreams of wanting to achieve something, become something, experience something. Are these dreams expectations? They can be, but they don't have to be. So a dream is a vision of where I can be, what I can experience. But then it's up to us. It's up to us to co-create that manifesting with the world. It's not about I sit on my couch, I eat potato chips, I have a dream, and then I just wait for the universe to make it happen. If it's my dream, if it's my vision, I have, it means, the tools, the ability to make that happen. So let's call it a vision of a destination, a vision of possibility, a vision of potential. And if it's an expectation of anything, let it be an expectation of yourself, of what you are going to manifest. But here's what's important. Number one, the universe doesn't work on our timeline. You cannot give God a deadline. I mean, you can give it, but I've never known God to oblige. So there's no deadlines, there's no timelines for the universe. It's like you plant a seed, but standing over it, staring at it, isn't going to make it sprout any faster. You water it, you shine the sun on it. Staring at it isn't going to make it give you fruits any faster. Yelling at it, getting frustrated at it, judging it, it's not going to give you fruits any faster. So same thing with the universe in whatever manifestation we are working toward. Plant the seeds. Plant the seeds of your vision, of your dream. Plant them. Plant them in good soil. The right soil. Water them. Make sure they're getting light. Do all that you need to do. But then also realize that that actual sprouting of a seed, that cracking of the seed, and the emerging of the sprout, and the ability of that sprout to come up through the earth, into the air, then to grow into a tree and to produce fruit. We don't have the ability to make that happen. That's up to the universe. So do your part. Plant the seeds. Water them. Shine the sun on them. Love them. Sing to them. Do all of the things that we know make seeds sprout better and faster and more beautifully. But recognize what sprouts, what doesn't sprout, not in your hands. An unseasonal hailstorm, not in your hands. The only expectations that we should have are expectations of ourselves and how we are going to wake up. Because a dream is very nice as long as I'm sleeping. But the point is actually to wake up and to actually make that dream happen here. So wake up. Have the dream beautiful. And then wake up and figure out now, as an awakened being, what do you need to do to make that happen? Do whatever you can. And then leave the rest to God. This is that co-creation. I do what I have control over, and then I wait, and I wait with faith. And I don't stand there and think I'm entitled to it. There's no law of the universe that says, if you plant a seed, I promise you juicy apples. There's no law that says, if you plant a seed, I promise you juicy peaches. If you plant the seed, you water it, you shine the sun on it sometimes. Should the season be right? Should the hail not come unseasonally? Should all of the factors of the universe come together in alignment? Apples will be there, but that's not in our control. So we don't expect it. We hold the intention. We hold the vision with love. But we don't expect it in a way that we're going to be miserable and frustrated if it doesn't happen. Otherwise, that's just setting us up to move through the world miserable and frustrated at all of the things we can't control. The weather, other people's moods, other people's actions, other people's karmic packages. We have no control over any of that. But that's the stuff that most of us expect and then feel miserable when it doesn't happen. So expect of ourselves and accept of the rest of the universe.
Our next question from the YouTube is, I can't see divinity in other people, afraid that people will see my vulnerability and abuse it. How to surrender without being the victim?
So we think that by not being vulnerable, by not being open, by not moving through the world from the place of soul, of spirit, because that's the only place from which I can see the divinity in others. My body sees body. My mind connects with mind. If I'm going to connect with the divinity, with the soul of another being, that's not going to come from my body or my intellectual mind. That's going to come from my soul. From me meeting that person. From soul, from spirit, from love. So, yeah, it's vulnerable. Yeah, it requires the heart to be open. But the truth really is that by having your heart closed, you're not protecting yourself. We think if I just don't open my heart, I won't get hurt. But the truth is that the suffocation, the absolute suffocation that we experience by having our hearts closed is much more damaging than the pain that we may feel if we open our heart and someone takes advantage. And the truth is, that's what happens. Anybody who has lived their life with an open heart, lived their life from a place of openness, vulnerability, you know you get hurt sometimes. Hurt of experiencing the universe. It's a hurt of being alive. It's a hurt of being engaged and connected to life. The hurt that we experience when I'm not connected is a much worse hurt. It's a dungeon of my own creation in which I literally suffocate and wither and die. So we open our hearts not with an expectation that we won't be hurt, because you will be hurt eventually. Not with an expectation that no one's going to take advantage of us. People will. They've all got their karmic packages they're dealing with. But we open our heart because we know I have taken birth in a human form to experience true freedom, true spiritual freedom and awakening. And I cannot do that with a closed, fearful heart. I cannot do that coming at the world, moving through the world from my body or from my intellectual mind. The only way for me to experience what I'm here to experience is from the place of soul. To drop into that truth of who I am and move through the world, experiencing the world from that place. And the truth is, actually, it's less vulnerable. And the reason it's less vulnerable is when I'm coming at a relationship from a place of my physical body, my identity, my personal history, or my mind, well, then it matters a lot how that person acts. Because I need them to act a certain way, to speak a certain way, to treat me a certain way, in order for me to hold on to this identity of I'm something. In order for me to hold on to the identity of this relationship. In order for me to feel okay about myself, I need that person to respond to me with love, with appreciation, with respect, with loyalty. But if I'm actually moving through the world as soul, as spirit, as divinity, as love, love unbounded, love unbridled, love unbordered or boundaried by this relationship, what I need from you, then the truth actually is I am less susceptible to getting hurt. Because even when people act in ways that may not be what I would have chosen if it had been up to me, even when the universe acts in ways that may not be what I would have chosen if I'd been given a choice, I don't collapse. I don't fall. Because I, the true I, the soul, the spirit I, the divinity I, is not wrapped up in how people are treating me, how they're speaking to me, who's approving, who's appreciating, who's complimenting. I'm not dependent on that. So the truth actually is that your real open-heartedness, your grounding and anchoring in divinity, is beautifully, ironically, your best inoculation against getting hurt by other people's actions or other people's words. And it's your only opportunity, your only way to actually experience what you're here for. So take the deep dive. Everyone who's ever done it has come back for more. Everyone who's ever done it has said it was the best choice they ever made. That open-hearted, spiritually connected, spiritually awake, absolutely courageous co-creation of our life is not only what we're here for, but it is the only way and the best way to experience that bliss, that love, that joy, that peace that we all want. So stop waiting. Stop worrying. Do it.
Our next question is, can I meditate even when on antidepressants?
So we'll take this as our last question for tonight. Can I meditate while I'm on antidepressants? Absolutely, and you should. Antidepressants are not the cure for depression. What antidepressants do is they balance a very specific neurotransmitter in the brain. Most of them work on serotonin. Most of them work by keeping serotonin in the synapses in between our brain cells for longer, so that we can keep getting impacted by that serotonin for longer and longer and longer. I won't go into the chemistry of it, but in short, that's what it looks like. It's so that we, our brains, can have more juice, literally, of serotonin. That's what the antidepressants do, most of them. Most of what's being prescribed these days are SSRIs, which are the selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. So they put more serotonin in the brain. They don't change who you are. They don't change the work that you have to do. They don't change the opportunity that every one of us was given in this life to wake up to the real truth of who we are. What they do is they give people who are suffering from depression in a way that they are not able to move through the depression. They give people a way to actually get up out of bed, engage with therapy, engage with meditation, engage with yoga, engage with the divine and love and connections and the universe. Because a lot of times depression paralyzes us. And a lot of times when we're in the midst of depression, we can't see a way out. Or we don't have the energy or the interest or the ability to actually literally put one foot in front of the other and get ourselves to yoga, get ourselves to meditate, get ourselves to connect. And so what antidepressants do is they give enough juice of serotonin, they balance that enough that we can actually take the steps we need to deeply heal. But they're not the actual cure. They don't change who you are. while you're on them, use them as the tool that you need. And meditate. Be sure to meditate. Even if you're not experiencing the severity of depression that you were that made you go on them. Meditate. Because meditation, of course, is not only for depression. Meditation is not about how to overcome depression. It's how to overcome ignorance, how to overcome illusion, how to overcome false identification. And of course, it works beautifully for depression and everything else that ails us. So meditate, definitely. And what will happen that you'll find is that meditation will change how you identify. It will change who you think you are. It will change how you think. It will change how you interact with the universe. And then, whether you end up staying on antidepressants forever, whether you are able to come off them in a few months or years, either way, you're going to actually have a foundation that's going to give you the possibility to experience the truth of who you are. Because antidepressants don't bring bliss and joy and divine ecstasy and truth. What they do is they kind of chop off the far extremes of the spectrum of emotions. And that's great if you were drowning in the extreme of depression. But they don't give us actually what we are here to experience, which is that samadhi. That's what meditation gives us. That's what our spiritual practice gives us. So yeah, definitely meditate. Have a very, very beautiful, peaceful, grounded, connected, clean hands, socially distant, evening, night, morning, day, wherever you are. And we'll see you all tomorrow.